Hey y'all, welcome to a new episode of the 5 Star Coach, where you live a 5 star life if you take the advice. I'm Coach D, aka Venus as a boy, here with my five star tips for my 5 star ballers out there to live a phenomenal life. So let's go ahead and get into these tips. 5 star tip number one: unlearn what you had to for survival. It's time to start thriving. Get out of survival mode. You cannot thrive with the same techniques, tactics, thinking patterns that you developed in survival mode. There's wisdom in that version of you, but the wisdom is the only thing you should carry on to the new era of thriving. However, do not condemn, look down, or shame that version of you who had to develop those techniques, because you were just trying to survive your surroundings. You were just trying to survive and make a way for yourself, and you did. So do not ever shame that person, because if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be no you. Now, in order to really unlearn that and get to what is true to you, find your natural essence before everything occurred. Focus on instinctual patterns that are yours and are adopted. So you can differentiate, okay, I learned that because of my sister. I learned that because of my cousin. But this is really how I am. This is how I really act. So this is really me. So I need to stick with this. Always focus on what is natural to you, not something that you know has been pushed upon you. And you can always differentiate that, especially as an adult now with the thinking that we have now. Because as kids, it was just like, okay, this is what I'm around, this is what I'm doing, okay, this is what we doing, all right, but so I got to do this just like how y'all doing it. But now you're older, you know, I was only doing that because they was doing it and it was around me, and I didn't know no better. Now I do know better. Now I'm ready to find what was true to me. Unlearn what you had to for survival in order to start thriving. Now, 5 star tip number two: get out of your mental comfort zone. Be teachable when it comes to your mental difficulties. We don't know how our mind works at all times. We know a lot about it, but it's always something new to learn, and always be open to learning how to deal with it. Learning how to deal with those uncomfortable thoughts will help you deal with those uncomfortable feelings and situations, because every feeling strikes a thought. So once you know how to deal with those uncomfortable thoughts, you can get to the root of it. It's like, okay, that's a feeling right there that's uncomfortable. Now I know I can transmute this feeling, alchemize it, and benefit from that. Or it's like a situation you're in is kind of uncomfortable, but you know how to deal with the uncomfortable feelings and sensations that's within your body, so you can deal with the uncomfortable situations around you. However, I want to make this very clear. Do not just deal with these uncomfortable situations simply because you know how to. Don't do that to yourself. Don't put yourself in a situation dealing with uncomfortable situations just because you know how to. So what? You know how to. That's only something you should know, like, be proud of, when it's something that you really like. Okay, I have to get through the situation and I have to deal with the situation for the moment, but after this, I'm gone, I'm done with it, and I'm not going to do it no more. Don't be like, oh, I know how to deal with this. Oh, I know how to play these mind games. Oh yeah, come on, let's go, come with it. Like, no, don't put yourself in a situation where you're using your energy and your mental powers just for the fun of it. Like, don't do that to yourself. That's lame, honestly. Your current thinking patterns will work now, but not forever though. So focus on always growing. Focus on growing those thinking patterns. Let it grow and grow and grow. Do not stay stagnant, because staying in one place will never get you to the places that you really are truly meant to go. And the reason a lot of people, I believe, don't go where they're supposed to go, because they stay in the one place right here. People get older, people physically get bigger, you know, people emotions grow stronger, people's spirit goes stronger. But if your mental is stuck, nothing else matters. All that other growth is not really, it's not even gonna contribute to nothing great for you. So focus on developing mental greatness at all times. Get out of that mental comfort zone. Always look for ways to upgrade your thinking process. Doing this contributes to your mental agility, and mind games will no longer work with you. So always, always strive to be a better person mentally and get out of that mental comfort zone. All right? Now, 5 star tip number three: stop perpetuating misogyny and homophobia. For a key with your friends is one thing that needs to stop. I get it. We going to keep with our friends and stay stuff, but like, it gotta stop, because that's nothing but just contributing to the problem. Regardless if you only saying it to your homies and you only keeping it in the group chat or whatever, it does not matter. It is still being put out in the atmosphere, and that's still something that's lingering. Because you don't know if you are the one that's going to just say it with your friends and keep it there. You don't know if your friend's going to say it with you and then take it elsewhere, because it's something that you probably bringing new to the table for them. And now they like, oh, I like saying that. I'm going to say it over here. I'm going to do it over here. Let that shit go. Find a new way to kill. Find new jokes. It's hella jokes to make. It's new ways to joke. Find new ways. Calling a man a sissy and a punk, or calling a woman a freak or a slut as an insult is tired. Tired. It's so tired. Like, it don't make sense. Like, and it be gay men calling other gay men sissies and punks and stuff like that. Like, you calling somebody something that you were called before. You think you doing something that feel good to you? Come on now. And then when women calling another woman a freak or slut because a man is calling that, we all know these men be lying and these men do anything to get their way. Come on now. And then my thing is, and even if they are out here promiscuous and having a lot of sex, so what? So what? If a man is out here very feminine and embracing his femininity, so what? It's like the gays who try to make it seem like, oh, I'm not gay, but I'm gay. Like that corny. Stop being corny. Accept yourself for who you are, and then move on with your life. The moment you accept yourself for who you are, the better your life will be. You know, like all of that, you know, all that the keys and stuff is just so tired. Like, be clever. There's other things you can say, especially when it comes to a read. I ain't gotta call you no sissy. I could talk about plenty of other things. I ain't gotta call you no freak. I could say plenty of other things. Be a little more clever. Develop that mental agility. Like I said in the last tip, get out of your mental comfort zone, and then stop perpetuating the misogyny and homophobia. It's just, and there's so much more with it, but like those two things are the main things that I want to talk about. Stop doing all that. That shit corny. That shit is very, very corny. And you can't really be mad at misogynistic and homophobic people when you do the same thing. Because you can do it when it's not on you, but when it's on you, it's a problem. You are so upset. But when you doing it to other people, oh, it's a problem. Oh, it's cool. I'm keen. It's a fun thing. No, it's not. This shit is corny. Stop being corny. Period, point blank. Stop being corny. That's really what it should have been. Stop being corny. So, yeah. Kill all that misogynistic and homophobia being perpetuated. Like, let that shit go. That gotta go. Real bad. Real fast and gone. Okay? Okay. So tip number 4, no more casual sex. What's her name? Brianna Shanae said, there is nothing casual about having the opportunity to have sex with me. Getting the opportunity to have sex with me is not casual. You gotta work for this. So don't be out here just having casual sex. And it's something much deeper. Literally everything but casual. It is something much deeper. That's a spiritual transfer. That is something so sacred right there. And you just, men, gay men, because it's a lot. Like, I hate how the bathhouse situation is a thing. I hate how cruising is a thing. I hate how all of that shit is a thing that we just naturally adopted, because a lot of us grew up watching stuff on Tumblr, certain websites, and was thinking like, oh, okay, this is what it's supposed to be. That shit was only happening because these men who was in a bathhouse back in the day were doing that shit because they did not want their wife to find out. They were DL, they were undercover. And then openly gay men started coming around because they found out what it was. And still, you know, closeted gay men come around, and now everybody's just so open with just having casual sex. Like, you don't even know this person. This person don't even know your name, nor do you care. Nor do you care what spirits or energy they putting into your body, or what spirits and energy you are absorbing from their body. It is so much deeper than casual sex. The energy transfers contribute to your emotional well-being. And sometimes you sit there and think, damn, I'm feeling so down. I'm feeling so depressed. That's because that energy you picked up from that man and the other men before him. And the men that he picked up the energy from. He just dropped that energy off on you. Or you absorb that energy. Like, it don't matter. Regardless, it is affecting your emotional well-being. And that's why a lot of things go the way it go in the gay community. That's why a lot of relationships are not successful. That's why everybody, oh, I want an open relationship. You want an open relationship for what? To have all these options. And then we can bring it back to the misogynistic ways that the misogynistic ways of thinking that was pushed upon us as young kids before we came out and became gay. It was always, you hear your uncles, your cousins, all that, oh, I had sex with this girl, then I had sex with this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl. So now we think, oh, we supposed to have sex with everybody, every person that we see. Like, you go to a gay club, and I seen a video, you in a gay club, a man just start pinching up on your nipples. Why are you touching me, freak? What are you doing? You didn't even ask me what my name was. You didn't ask, was I cool with that? That never happened to me. But I seen a video. But what did happen to me was I was dancing and I'm throwing it back. This boy jumped behind me. I had to turn around, push his ass off of me. Like, boy, move. Like, I don't care if we in the club having fun doing all that. I'm with my homegirl. Mind you, it's a boy, but I'm with my sister. We twerking down. And my sister was like, oh, girl, he was the... girl, I don't give a fuck what he was. Back the fuck up on me. Don't touch me. Like, let me have fun. Let me dance. Stop trying to be all freaky, all freaked out. And that's just a small piece of like what really goes on that leads to people that stem from that casual sex type of shit within the gay community. It's just too much freak shit. It's too much. Figuring out what you looking for in those moments. Like, figure out what you looking for in those moments. Honestly. You gotta figure out what you're looking for. And it's so deeper than what you really think. Because sometimes you having casual sex running from emotional trauma that you never wanted to deal with. And you just having sex to release that pain. And the whole time it's causing nothing but more pain. Because most of the time, I know for me, when I started doing it, I was not doing it because like, oh, I wanted to explore and learn about my body and learn what I like in sex. No, I was doing it because I wanted to get away from emotional pain I did not want to deal with. The whole time it made me hate myself, honestly, because I'm like, I don't even want to do this. Like, I'm the person who needs to have sex with somebody who I truly like, truly am in love with, truly have feelings for. I need intimacy. It don't be no intimacy in that moment, and then it's like a finding comfort in a place where there's no comfort. It's like, no, casual sex is a no-go. There's nothing casual about having sex. It's nothing casual about it. Should be nothing casual about that shit. Nothing at all. So 5-star tip number 4, no more casual sex. No more. No more. No more cheese fillet. I ain't mean to do that. Alright. 5-star tip number 5. Stay mindful. Knowing what you're doing is less stress on yourself. And this can tie into the casual sex. If you are somebody who's going to indulge in the casual sex, know that that's what you're doing. So when you have that post-nut clarity, you don't even have to have it. You already have clarity on the situation when you're going into it. I know I don't really want to do this. I know I'm really somebody who want intimacy, but right now I want to get this off my chest. So I'm going to do it. So when you had the post-nut clarity, it's just like a, all right, I did it and I did it. Like, that's it. I did it. So I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to do anything harmful to myself with the way I talk to myself. Nothing at all. I'm just going to accept it. You know, really know what you're doing before you do it, so you won't be so hard on yourself. Accept that you're doing whatever you're doing. Accept it. You can't beat yourself up for your indulgences when you have accepted them. Oh, I know I'm about to spend my rent money on this bag, but I want this bag. You doing that. Accept that wholeheartedly. And when it's time to pay that rent, don't, oh, I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that. You need to stay mindful. You need to stay mindful. You knew that rent was coming up, but you wanted to buy this bag. You bought that bag, girl, it's time to live in that bag. Okay, like, don't be so hard on yourself because you're not mindful. Stay mindful of everything you're doing at all times. At all times, every second of the day, every time that you're doing something, stay mindful of it. Every time. Like, everything that you do, remember, you're consciously doing it. Make it conscious that you're doing everything that you're doing. Don't sit up here and make it seem like, oh, I just wanted to do this real quick. I didn't know it was going. You knew what the fuck you was doing. Let's not act like we don't have a brain. I'm a firm believer. We all have brains and know what we doing. Know what the fuck you doing at all times so you can alleviate all of that negative self-talk. Like, simple. Be mindful and keep yourself safe. You know you about to do something off the wall, baby. Do everything in your power to keep yourself safe throughout the whole thing. Listen to your gut. Protection. If you're going to have sex, casual sex, protect yourself. If you're going to do something outrageous, you know you know you're not really like a fighter or nothing, but your cousin called you to ride out, but you want to make sure your cousin's safe. Hey, Ride out, but make sure you protect yourself. No, carry what you gotta carry. Do your thing, but like regardless though, stay mindful so you can stay safe. And it's not just a physical safety, it's a mental safety, like I said, so you won't put so much pressure on yourself mentally. It's emotional safety, so you can already be ready to be a step ahead of those heavy emotions coming in. It's a spiritual safety, so you can already, hey, I already know what I'm already know I'm accepting this fate, whatever come with this. I already know what I'm doing is not something that is in alignment with me, but I am doing it still. So you won't have to worry about all the extras that come with it. Simple. And now we got a new segment again, and this segment is called Topic of the Day. And topic of the day I want to talk about is romanticizing your life. You can put her down. Romanticizing your life. I really want us to really start romanticizing our life. Like every small mundane situation, everything that we just do, that we overlook, that we do every day, that's just like oh, I gotta do this, oh, I'm gonna do this. Make it so intentional, make it so purposeful, make it feel lovely. When you putting on your makeup, baby, stroke that face in a slow way, in a slow motion, like feel it. Romanticize yourself through feelings. Everything you do, make sure it's a feeling attached to it. When you making your breakfast in the morning, take your time making it. Make it like a mental thing. Like, I'm putting love into this. I'm putting love into this pancake mix. I'm putting love into these lamb chops. I'm putting love into this steak. Like, take your time with it. When you eat, savor every bite. Savor the moment. Take it slow and slow it down. When you're walking, feel the earth. Feel the ground. Feel the fact that I have an able body to walk on my own. I don't need a walker. I love this. This is beautiful. I'm walking just to the bathroom, but it's a beautiful walk to the bathroom because I have an able body. I'm drinking water and I'm taking my time sipping it. I'm allowing it to quench my thirst. By the way, I got a little quench my thirst right now, child. Ooh, excuse me. Don't be putting heavy things into your body, all of the heavy foods and stuff. Bite your food. Chew your food. And when you do that, fall in love with it. This is so good. Like, oh, this is really nice. When you wash your face, like, oh my gosh, this feels so lovely. I love this for me. I love this for me. Literally romanticize your life in every way, shape, and form. Take time to really get yourself together. Oh, like, because romance, when you think of romance, well, when I think of romance, I think of something that's patient, that is consistent, that's persistent, and that's very passionate. Take your time doing whatever you're doing. Lotion in your body. Feel the oil, feel the lotion, feel the butter on your skin and really rub it in thoroughly. Don't, oh, I gotta hurry up. Like, no, take your time. Take your time. Feel it. Feel everything through and through. Top to bottom. Feel it. And stop rushing. That's like the main thing with romanticizing your life. Stop rushing. Take your time. Take your time and do what you like to do. I don't know about y'all, but like, I really started to romanticize my life, and I really began to see a difference in how I show up in the world. It's like I take nothing but my time, and I don't give a damn about who's like in a hurry. Like, you could be in a hurry, but me, I'm gonna take my time. She gonna get hers, I'm gonna take it slow. Even in the moments after you shopping, take your time putting your card away. Put your money away right there at the counter. The cashier most likely needs a break, a brief little break, and a person that's waiting behind you gonna have to wait. No, just, but beyond all of that, because I was ready to go all the way off track. Just take your time, romanticize your life, make everything feel as beautiful and sensual as possible. Like everything, like those movie montage moments when it's just like a whole bunch of love in those romantic movies. Make every moment in your life feel like that, and love on yourself, and love on yourself. Write yourself love letters. Tell yourself you love yourself every day. Write yourself poems. In the mirror, when you are looking at yourself in the morning, admire yourself. You know, just romanticize your life in every way, every possible way that you can. Romanticize your life in every possible way that you can. It's gonna make life so much worth living, and you're gonna feel so much better about yourself throughout the day. And the way you start your day is how your day goes. So if you start your day loving on yourself, romanticizing it, you know, being gentle with yourself, taking your time, everything else will fall into place. But yeah, that's the topic of the day. Romanticize your life. And that is the end of today's episode of the 5-Star Coach. I'm Coach D, aka Venus as a Boy. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe to content. Y'all know I will be here every Fridays, and I'll see y'all next Friday. So, bye, y'all.